massaging service is designed so that it can be done in the office setting, and it doesn't necessarily mean for the recipient of the massage to conclude as the traditional massage will require. Alright? Good. With this one, you still be your corporate costume, and be your suit, your shorts, or whatever it is. And then it is supposed to position you in such a way that the muscles that are needed to be attended to can be easily available to the masseur, so that those sensitive parts of the muscles can be assessed without you having to unclothe. So that is the benefit and the latest ideology that has come as far as massage is concerned, because people need massage at any time, because when the stress builds up to the point where the muscle has become so tense up, the person who is stressed out can receive an immediate release through a very careful massage that will render help to the entire body. So this couch has been designed as such. So in our demonstration of it, what it means is that the person who is to receive the massage must be positioned. Okay?
Position me. So now, I mean, a brief demonstration of how this very corporate massaging couch works. So I rest.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Then I'm here.
Good.
Right?
Sure.
Let's go.
Good. So this posture, whilst you are still inside your corporate, whether your suit, your tie, and your shirt, I still have access to you. Okay? Right. So I'll first of all look at the fact that you've been sitting for long hours. So it's very possible that your backbone has been under strain, because anytime you are seated, your spine holds and supports you. Unfortunately, a lot of us sit wrongly on our chairs behind the desk, and that in itself is something which we need to educate the corporate organizations about. That is to say that people must be taught how to sit on their office chairs behind their desk, because if you are having a very good chair and you don't know how to sit on it, you will still encounter a strain of your spine, your neck, and your lower back. So the chairs we are using in the offices, they matter a lot. It could be a recommended chair from a physiotherapist, from a body analyst, but you must know how to use the chair. So assuming that we've not been using our chair at the office appropriately, we are likely going to develop backache or back pain. So a lot of people have got lower back pain, thoracic back pain, and then the shoulders. Right. We will now need to take care of your neck, and then your shoulders, and of course the other muscles that we know and feel that you have either over-abused through your sitting. Believe you me, there are people who have not even experienced a corporate massage before. So for such people, we have to start with a very tender touch. Right. So, with a little bit of slippery oils, just so that we can get a little bit of slipperiness around your neck or the muscles that are connected to your neck and then your shoulder. Yeah, we have a gel. Okay? And by the application of the gel, which is non-staining, it doesn't stain. We apply the gel just around the tension that has been built up over the years or over the months. Will find a way out through the massage. Because as we massage, massaging involves manipulation of the muscles. So as we manipulate this way, it's like we are trying to make the place to become softer. We are making the muscle to become tender. So as we do the massage this way, all these places being relieved or released from tension. So this is more like a corporate massage. Okay? Right. So once the neck is taken care of, we now move towards the shoulders. So whilst you are in your clothes, we do things like this, just to release the tension and then the muscle ache. So occasionally, this kind of corporate massage will let you get a certain feeling and a sensation. Some of the feelings may make you feel like laughing. Some of it may be ticklish. Some of it may let you scream. So whatever the sensation is, you don't need to bottle up. If you feel ticklish, your response to the ticklishness is part of your healing. Okay? Right. So if I touch you and the place I'm touching, there is a pain there, you must respond. Ajay. Ash. That does not mean that you are weak. It is part of your healing. Are you getting it? So I touch some of the, because this place, for instance, I could say there is a lot of tension here. I could feel it in my fingers. Okay? When I move here, I could say there is tension here. So the places where there is tension, I understand that the muscles there are tense up. So I intensify my tongue in that area, just so that once I touch you this way, the blood cells have a certain feeling that something is wrong. So the blood cells swing swiftly to that area to release oxygen. So as I keep on touching, the blood cells are enriching the places of the touch with enough oxygen. So under 10 minutes, 5 minutes, you must be refreshed. Because the pain and the tension in those areas which has accumulated has found an escape from the body through the massage. So that is the place where massaging can bring you a very quick healing, a quick relief, so that you don't further accumulate the strain and then the stress, which can result in sleepless nights. Now, after this, we now want to help you get what you call alignment of the back. Okay? So this one requires a careful press up, gentle, this way, that way, and then that way. The essence is that your sitting posture all this while has made you bent over. But that's not how you're supposed to sit. You must sit upright. So if all this while you bent over, writing, the backbone will curve. So there is need for occasional straightening. So this is what we try to do by applying moderate pressure. Okay? Right. So you realize that after a little bit of this kind of care, the individual gets a great relief from the pressure of the wet hand. Okay? So we keep on doing this. And of course, our fingers can identify where there are knots. So we try to release you. Like I said, you feel a little bit ticklish. You feel a little bit, sensational. Okay? Because this particular place, for example, can make you feel like you are laughing. Make you feel ticklish. And of course, because for all you know, he's asleep. He's asleep.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
So you realize the body touch, the touch that is happening now is that his mind is concentrated on how his mind is processing the touch. So certainly, oxygen has swum sufficient to the brain. So if it goes on for the next 30 minutes, you see that his head will be buried inside this thing, but he's sleeping. And before you realize, he begin to snore.
But indeed, I mean.
So now, after you've done this one, we try to straighten. Okay? This is straightening of the head. Now, listen very carefully. It might surprise you to know that the head, the skull alone, however small it is, I think your head is a very small one. Okay? This head alone, it weighs as much as 6.5 kilos. The cranium or the head alone is weight 6.5. That's the smallest head. So please, it means that if your head is bigger than this one, that the weight you are carrying is really heavy. You know. So that is why, if you are a sedentary worker in the banking sector as an administrator, if you fail to hold your head properly on your neck, you will do more damage to the neck. So at times you see people have done wrong sitting, wrong posture of their head on the neck, and they end up wearing out some of the, cervical, tissues, and they end up having to wear what we call collar neck. Okay? It's because they didn't hold their head properly on the neck. So we try to straighten up. Okay? So with this one, there is a way we try to ensure that if you haven't held the neck properly, we try to twist carefully. Try to twist carefully, just so that you can get a relief. Alright? There are people who, as a stress release personal way they have developed, at times they hold their neck and they twist it like that, and they hear crack. Crack. They feel it's a relief. But if you don't know how to do it, do it beyond the anger, you are attracting trouble for yourself. So always try to get somebody who is well vested in the field to help you out. Okay? Right. So this is more like a treat to the neck, to the shoulders, so that you get a very hasty release. Even though you are in the office, just 10 minutes, 5 minutes will give you a very deep relax, and you get back to your table very fresh working. Okay? Right. Now, having done that, we don't forget that your fingers must also receive care. Okay? Yes, I see that your eyes are already dilating. Okay? You realize that the little you have gone through has taken your tiredness and the fatigue. At least, it's a refreshing moment. It's a refreshing moment without medicines, without drugs. Are you getting it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, having done this, at times you have to take care of your thighs. Because your thighs can also accumulate pressure. So we take time to work on the thighs, okay, by pressing up. Just a little press up would open the constriction in the muscles for oxygen to flow through, okay? So we do to the left, we do to the right, and of course, because you are in your clothes, the pressure will not be felt too much, and that is enough to open up the channels for blood and oxygen to flow throughout, and it's a very great exercise for you, okay? All right. This is the hand and the manual touch. What I've done is the hand and the manual touch. For the corporate cycles, you can still bury your head here, okay? And under 6 minutes, this equipment that I have in hand has been designed specifically to release you from neck pain, shoulder pain, just to give you a relaxation. So this is part of our corporate, setups, and we'll need you to put your hand through this equipment here, okay? And this one also comes. So now with this method, it is also part of our corporate care for office workers, from managers to administrators to whatever it is. Once you are in an executive position, you can request for a massage whilst you are in the office, and the period of 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you are through. It does not require you to recline. You still be in your executive suit, and the equipment is taking care of you. Now, what is happening is that it is giving him a massage through a very careful equipment. If you watch carefully, that there is a movement going on in this leather packaging. Yeah. And it is as though fingers and thumb has been designed into this equipment. Okay? So with the movement that is you are seeing here, this movement is going to be transferred on his shoulders. So it will look as a thumb and fingers that are penetrating through his suit or his costume to give care to the skin.
You know what? I think that this can contribute not less than 80% to productivity in the workplace, in the corporate sector, because it's quite refreshing, and then you feel that you feel the vibration all through your body. I know that tissues are opening up, and then there's easy circulation of blood and oxygen throughout your body. And I think this is one thing that the corporate sector must really buy into by calling our numbers, which is boldly displayed on the screen. Green Street, located at Pantai. I know that you do home service, right?
Sure.
Outdoor service.
We do home service. Once you call, you give a description of your location, and then we will drive to your place, and then we locate you. So we do door-to-door services, and of course, once you call, we will do our best to interact with you, and then see how much service we can give to you.
Okay.
Right. So this is the corporate service that we offer. Okay, and then we can move it down to the back tissues where there is the possibility that you have overstrained. Okay? So you can feel it. You can really feel it.
I got the feeling. And you have to get a feeling too.
Yeah.
I think that corporate institutions should really call the numbers, maybe sometimes for your staff.
For your personal self, your staff, just to give a relief, and also just to give a kind of help to the worn out mind, to the person who has worked,
This is Take Me to Town, and I know that they have the executive recliner here. These are things that they can bring to your space and then help you, your family, or your staff receive a very good massage, just so you may be able to release stress, you may be able to feel better. It would contribute to your personal or general well-being, so that you will be productive. Productivity is one thing that we need in the workspace to make our country a good haven for everyone. Let's see what the executive recliner is all about now.
This is a little bit much more interactive of this stage of massage. Now this kind of massage is designed for people who sit for long hours. You are behind your desk, your attention is on your computer, and your posture is forgotten of.
Like a bank teller.
As to whether you are sitting ergonomically healthy or not, you've forgotten all about it. Because mostly your attention is so buried in your computer because you are processing your thoughts. So at times you forget about how the body is postured. Occasionally people sit and then their legs are crossed this way. They don't even realize it's wrong. Others sit and they are sitting, it's like they are like this. Because it's like they feel in the next moment they must wake up. Or they feel they didn't intend sitting for that long hours. So with this posture, you realize that it's a wrong sitting because your spine is totally out of alignment. So people who do this, they develop numbness in the legs. So as a career person, this kind of massage is designed, we call it reflexotherapy. Reflexotherapy. It helps bring reflexes on the calf, the ankle, the toe, and then the entire legs. So this equipment has been designed so that either during your office hours or after the day's work, you fit your legs into this one. So a space has been created for the left leg and the right leg. You just fit your leg inside and you are seated. It will take care of your leg for you. Yeah. The things that you cannot do for your legs, it will do it for you.
This is
Reflexotherapy. It means reflexes that will be healed. And you and I agree that the most troubled part of our joint is the ankle.
Exactly.
And then the knee. And then the toe. So it's supposed to go to reflexology. Meaning that easy, accessible angles that you must go through. So it means that whenever you have put your leg in a shoe for long hours, it's like you are abusing your leg. So for you to wear your shoes in socks from morning to late evening before you come home and read. So that's why you see your socks can gather a lot of humidity because it has been trapped for too long. So if you remove your leg from the socks, put it inside something like this for the legs to go through a very soothing massage.
Alright.
It's a refreshment for you.
Exactly.
So we are going to put your leg inside this machine.
Okay.
And you have to tell the public how it feels like because your mind will give you an information about what is happening. Okay? Alright, so you take it easy. You must start it. Good. And then you put your leg inside. Okay? Good. So there is a part of it that will be working from under the feet. Alright? Under the feet. There's a part of it that will be doing some ticklish work. You will be feeling it. Okay, it will be moving under the sole of your feet. And that alone is a healing for the mind. It's a way of distressing. It's a way of releasing you from stress. Because the sensation that you are feeling there, it travels to the brain. Okay, so start this way.
So, I mean, we are now starting our reflexotherapy.
Okay.
And, okay, I'm feeling that ticklishness under my feet.
Okay.
And you feel the pulse. And it feels so very good. I mean, it's my first time having this very, reflexotherapy exposure, and I think that is a thing that I may want to do every now and then. Most possibly every week, every month. You need this because you have your foot in the shoe every now and then. This is indeed a great care for the feet, and I'm really, really feeling the impact. I mean, mama out one day with your daddy. Mr. Massage dear, AFOBia, said ye, your papa church mono. Nipa dear, enka, aya na what you be na bosumi bia de so nya massage kakra. Na ka mam muja said ye muja si fruit sunny or with ye mono, nipa dear mono, akoye amount. The bit me up one my idea would be brain no, what to me, akweti anasempo wasano encho. It is stremo. Say we see here me nine we are ye have a reflexotherapy. You good. Me ti enkano e wo we die mu nyina me nipa dua mu nyina nipa dua na kwa nyina me ti nkano. Me stremo. Madam ma. Mo na motom e ma ye tobi edi. Mu ni ho aye ni ho. I mean, be you a teller at the bank. Oftentimes, no, we are so fixated on the machine. I mean, it's either we are typing, making entries, we are counting money, whatsoever. And so, we need this exercise. And to you, self-employed people, you move up and about, you circumnavigate and perambulate the streets every now and then, and you don't have this exercise for yourself. You don't have this experience, this therapeutic experience for yourself. This is something that we must all go for. For directors, chief executives, let your workers, let your staff benefit some of these experiences so that they can be productive at work. Oftentimes you have your workers, calling through to complain of backache, I'm not feeling well, I have to go to the hospital, and sometimes they don't need medication. They need massage, occupational massage for that matter. You can invite Green Street to your office. Let's give our congregation some treats too. They also need this, and we'll be at your service. We are for you. We are for your general well-being. We are for your emotional well-being. We are for your psychological well-being. We are for your general well-being. So please, call us. The number is on the screen. It is Green Street, and then we are going through reflexotherapy.
You can see the reflexotherapy is engaged in bringing pressure to bear on the calf. At the same time, bringing pressure to bear on the ankle, which is buried inside the equipment. And at the same time, it is giving pressure to bear at the toes. So it has been designed to give a coherent massage, a coherent touch, to the point where once your legs are fixed inside, you will experience that truly your feet is going through a kind of refreshment. Right. So with this, 5 minutes of this encounter would have opened up the energy channels so that flow of oxygen, flow of energy to the entire part of the body is properly ensured. So this is what's called the reflexotherapy. Okay? Right. This is what traditionally people can take your leg out and then single your leg out, and then it's like we handle the toe by pulling. We handle the toe by pulling and by using fingers to touch under the sole of the feet. Okay? So this one is more like a traditional physiotherapy. Relax your neck, good. Your neck down there. And then, so you realize that it's a real thing that is penetrating through your suit or through your dress. It is touching the muscles.
Exactly.
You can feel it.
So much. It's very sensational, as you mentioned.
So you see the knob over here running clockwise, and after some time it goes anti-clockwise. So it's like you are just relaxed and the equipment is doing the service. The next stage.
Oh, another stage.
So now just relax. Now it's going to engage you in what you call kneading. The equipment will beat you from behind. You could feel it. You see that this one is a real percussion. Okay? So we go.
Okay.
So this one,
And you know that I am not selfish, so I want you to also benefit from this very experience, which is the reason we have the numbers on the screen so that you can call through, speak to Reverend, and then come and have your own session, which is quite affordable, very affordable. Please call through. I'm here when you come. Because it is an occupational health center, we get to interact with you. We offer you a consultancy service so that we know your need before even attending to you. Then we can make recommendations. We help with healing without any medication whatsoever, but we can do with exercise, physiotherapy, massage, just to mention. And you think of Green Street.
right. So this is the domain where we take care of the fatigue, the tiredness, and then the kind of, help that must come for you to be relieved and to also be actually be refreshed. And with us here is a career woman who, as a result of the week's fatigue, has come to receive a touch or a massage. And this kind of massage is what we refer to as deep tissue massage or occupational massage. It's supposed to relieve the body from tiredness, from fatigue, resulting from the week's, hustle and bustle that normally will leave the body into a lot of, weakness resulting from stress, having to rush to the office, picking the children from school, doing all manner of, and at the end of the week, the body is tired. We feel that after the week's, fatigue, a good massage can relieve you and make you gather up yourself for the following week. So here now we are going to do what we call deep tissue massage, and it will come with lotion, it will come also with gels, it will come also with a little bit of deep massage from the neck to the sole of the feet. So we begin. Our sister here, by the composure, we can see that she's really worked out, and we need to tone the body up by giving a little bit of touch, a little bit of press, a little bit of care to the shoulders first, because this is someone who drives, and therefore every day she drives through the traffic, let's say 1 hour in, 1 hour out. So certainly the shoulders are tight. So we begin to give care by applying a little bit of lotion and fluids so that our hands and fingers will be slippery on the skin. That's so that the level of constriction in the muscles will thoroughly be salvaged. So we do shoulder massage, and we do a little bit of pressure, just so that her body or the muscles will receive a lot of relaxation. Okay? Can you feel it?
Yes.
Can you feel it? Okay? Now, this touch, some of the touch can give you a little bit of pain. Can you feel it?
Yes, please.
Okay? Right, so the massage starts now by rubbing and then turning our hands and also apply a little bit of oils that's supposed to be soothing and then relaxing. So we do it just like the executive massage, but this one is done by human hands. You felt it?
Yes.
Alright? So this massage is supposed to heal you. So if I touch a place and you feel a pain there, don't bottle up. Shout and scream. Can you feel it?
Yes.
Can you feel it? Okay? So this is a sign that your muscles at the back here has gone through a lot of strain. You can feel it.
Ticklish.
It's ticklish.
Yes.
Okay. So that's how it goes. Very sensational. Very sensational. This is the way by which you can release your stress. Okay? So it goes on and on. And you see that because the skin has gone through a lot of strain, that the skin has become very absorptive. So when you apply the oil, it doesn't keep long. Are you getting it? So receives a touch. So here now I'm going to work on the arms and the fingers by bringing a little bit of pressure to bear on each finger. That's so that all the muscles and then the nerves and then the body will receive a very good touch. Because in this particular case, we call it mind and body therapy this way. Work it out in a way that will really suit the kind of situation you are in. Okay? Right, so at the end of the day, with our knowledge regarding how to help the body recover from fatigue, we go to at the end of the day, you realize that you have received a touch. It's a mind and a body touch. So career women, corporate women, where it's like your time, your energy, at least your body needs care. You yourself, you need care. As you keep on running up and down, if you don't take time and give attention to your body breaks down. Your body breaks down. It will require a lot of time for you to recover. Okay? Alright, now we will now work on the legs. We have a special way of taking care of the legs, the calf, the sole of the feet, and then after this, you turn and lie on your back, and that one too is another thing. So we have a lot to offer, and we have a lot of attention to give to you. Whenever we have spoken with you, we consider the kind of work you do, consider your age, consider your weight, consider a few things about you, then we design a kind of package of, massage that will be suitable for you. So from here, we are trusting to reach out to you. Once you call, we'll talk to you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for having us. We're respecting you.
Okay, it's been a wonderful one. Talking about occupational health, occupational massage. These are topics that need discussion because obiano wapomudin enya untumi nye adwuma oyare a untumi nkoye adwuma ema ne nyeye which is the reason why on this very special episode of Take Me to Town, we thought it wise to bring you discussions around this area. And you saw it for yourself when I went to the gym. I mean, lifting a few metals or, working out on the equipment that we had at the gym. Then we came to the massage side of it, or where we can have the physiotherapy, which was also a beautiful experience that I had right there. And so, please, I want to plead with you that after a week of stress, a week of running up and about in search of daily bread, you also need to keep fit. You also need to be strong. Your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, your general well-being also needs to be taken care of, which is the reason that you need to, have either a massage experience or you need a gym. The people that I will recommend to you, especially when you live around Medina, Adenta, or Yarifa, Taiman, Abokobi, and its surrounding communities, the people or the place I recommend to you is Green Street Gym, directly opposite the Pantai Training School. And they're in the same building with, you can call them on 0288 251997, 0288 251997. This is Take Me to Town. I am Kofi Upon Otri. Stay here for episode next week.